Hey everybody, welcome back to Koi Pond Lifestyle. So what have we got on today? Now today is a little bit of an updated day today because I'm kind of in between things at the moment. I'm heavily involved in me upgraded upside down aquarium, whatever you want to call it, project. I'm quite heavily involved in that at the moment. I'm getting so close to get that finished. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that video comes out real soon. Watch this space. It's getting so exciting. I've been overseas tone and yeah, anyway, so there's that. We're getting on with how are everybody's temperatures at the moment? You know, I'm up to 8.5 degrees now. I was at 6 a week ago and I'm slowly seeing them start to creep up a little bit. I've had a few frosts overnight, nothing major, and I'm starting to see now the water temperatures coming up, which is good. So I'm watching water temperatures come up. I've got my window at the moment. I haven't touched that for since I came back, well, since I went away to Reykjavik. Remember I did the Iceland trip. If you've not seen a video, I'll put it up there somewhere. If you want to see that, I went to see if there's any koi in Iceland. Have a look at the results, you'll see them in that video. So I haven't touched that since I went there. So this window, I'll give you a close-up in a minute. The window's looking rubbish. It's all covered in the algae, the growth that's coming on, so I'm going to give that a bit of a clean. And it's really, I don't think it's not quite early enough for me to do a spring clean, because I don't think we're there yet. I think I've got a few more weeks to do that as well. So in between the upside down aquarium project, working, family, spring coming up, fish, bish bosh bosh, as all of us are doing. It's not just me. I know everybody's in this quandary of so many things going on. Plus the price hikes. Oh my gosh. Remember a few videos back I was looking at some cost saving, and like I said, I think this is going to come up loads. You know, people are going to be talking about cost saving now for months. So very soon we're going to start seeing these price increases coming up. And man, I'm already looking at the petrol pumps at the moment. Madness. Ridiculous. Then we've got things happening over in Russia and Ukraine. Oh man, so I feel so sorry for those people over there as well. So, you know, bless you all. So I think you're going to be hearing a lot of others on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Tinternet, Ichiku. Oh, I've just seen one of my fish flash. OJ just flashed. Oh no, please! Don't you dare! I tell you, I've been watching other YouTubers. There's treatments coming out already, and there's people ringing me and asking. Joss and Dave, they messaged me the other day on their channel about putting Learnex Pro in, and they were asking for my bit of experience on that because I dealt with that a lot last year when I was doing the Fluke issues. Sorry, I keep looking away from the camera. I'm just watching more fish just floating around now. So yeah, lots of people having to treat the ponds at the moment. I can't treat mine at the moment. My pond's, like I say, it's only 8.2 today. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we don't get any issues. Oh, I've got a shopping trip to do today. I've been putting together my shopping list. I've been creating a little shopping list that I started a few weeks back. And because sort of spring's bowling ahead quite nicely now, I'm going to bob out, get a few items, pop over to Penkoi, who's opening. He's open this weekend, so I'm going to pop over there in a little while and get a few bits and pieces. I need a UV bulb. I need to change that. Always change UV bulbs every season. People say, "Oh, I just never turn them off." Okay, left with you. Don't use mine over winter. Turn mine off and then turn it back on in spring when the sun comes out, because there's no full sun on mine because my pond's covered. Anyway, so yeah, always change your UV bulb every summer or every season before the season starts, because they do degrade when they go down, so I'm told. Look it up, you'll find it somewhere. So I've got to get one of them, I've got to get some food, I'm going to get some treatments just in case, and blah 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 blah. So let's crack on with getting that window done. Then we're going to bob over to see Steve at Penkoi and get some bits and pieces. Bit of a shopping trip. Don't do shopping, but I do shopping when it's for ponds, and we'll go from there. So let's crack on. Now just while I'm cleaning this window, just thinking about that fish flashing then. It was, I'm hoping that was a one-off. It was OJ that flashed. Now that could, I've learned over the years that it could be a number of things that can. I know that a lot of people, as soon as your fish flash, they start ripping them out and started scraping them and whatnot. But it can mean a number of different things. It doesn't mean your fish has got parasite immediately. I mean, yeah, it may have. I don't know yet because I've not taken any action yet. But it can mean things like water temperature change. You know, if the water temperature starts changing, that affects, it can make your fish flash. It could be pH changes. It could be parasites. It can be a number of things that makes your fish flash. I can remember back with my supplier that I deal quite closely with, and he said to me before, now you need just step back a little bit and just watch what's going on rather than jumping in with both feet and starting, you know, whatever you want to do with your pond. So I've taken that advice on, and I always sort of just, okay, I think, oh, fish has flashed, keep an eye on it, rather than, oh, fish has flashed, right, rip them all out, get them all tested, get them all scraped. You know, it could be things like ammonia. Your ammonia could be very high. Your nitrite could be very high. You know, things that can affect the fish. It's not always parasite. It can be, but you know, I mean, I tested my water yesterday and everything's fine. KH was a little bit down, so I did a water change anyway, and fed in some tap water, which the tap water in Stoke-on-Trent, I've said before, is very good for KH. So that increased the KH and that's put it back to, I think it was 4 or 5 now. So that's back to normal again as well. So I'm trying to keep that steady, but it's a bit up and down at the moment for whatever reason. And which it does every off season because I have the covers on and don't do trickle in, trickle out all year round. But anyway, so that's a few things. So yeah, I'm just thinking with that fish flashing, I shan't be ripping her out, or him or her. I can't remember what sex she is. It is. But I shan't be getting it out now. Waffle. Let's get on with something else. I think now the water temperatures are starting to come up. I'm going to start just putting the odd handful of wheat germ in, literally palm in my hand kind of stuff, just to see what reaction I get from the fish. If the temperatures continue to rise, then that's great, because like I say, I'm going to pick up some wheat germ from my supplier later anyway. But yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of how they're feeling. You know, if they all come off the bottom and start looking for food, then that's always a good sign. Just with that fish flashing, then there's loads of things I'm just doing tests in my head of things that I just want to try. You know, if that fish didn't come up just then for food, and he or she's a greedy fish, OJ is, then that I'd be a little bit concerned. But you know, if it does come up, then that's good. So I'm going to just maybe once a week or so, or I don't know, just watch the temperatures. You know, as the temperatures start coming up, then occasionally little palm of your hand, and that's about it. If they're looking for it, if they're not, then no, I'm not going to bother at all. Yeah, it's always critical. This is always like, it always worries me to death, the spring bit. And I know you shouldn't do, you know, you should always enjoy this hobby, but it always worries me because every spring I've always had problems with parasites and stuff. And somebody was saying the other day about salt. Do you salt your pond, Andy? No, I've never salted my pond because I've always been told that there's no need, but others are telling me there is a need. So is this a trial I see coming up? I'm going to speak to Steve when I go over to see him, and we're going to have a discussion about salt, I think, and see what his thoughts are on because this is the time of year to do it apparently. Just as the seas that you're coming out of winter, sort of January, February, March time, is apparently the time to do it, to just make sure that you keep on top of your parasites, because there's not a lot of parasites out there that like salt, so it keeps them at bay. It increases the mucus layer on the fish, so that the parasites can't get hold of them, and so on and so forth. So I'm hearing benefits, but I've never done it. And I'm thinking, is this the time to try it and to go like, yes, it does work, or no, it doesn't, forget it, I'm not even interested. Look, OJ's all up and around now. It's all good. So anyway, I'm going to pop over to see Steve at the shop and get some shopping done. Let's go. Right, just got back from my shopping trip over to Steve's. It's got loads of fish in. He's getting more fish. He gets some from Koi Wholesale. I think they've got their own little channel running as well at the moment. But anyway, so yeah, he's got loads of fish coming in. You saw the video of what we had there. He was really busy, so I couldn't really do a lot of filming in the shop. Loads of things going on. He basically dropped into the shop and did a bit of a one-off for us because there was a couple of people that wanted some stuff. Like I've always said, when Penco's closed over the winter, if you message him over Facebook, he'll pop in at the weekend and just open the shop up and give you what you need, and then he shuts back up again. But he is opening again for the summer season mid-April. I think it's something like the 15th. But check on his website, on his Facebook site, and he'll go in there. He's got loads of stuff. Like I say, today I've been in and I've got a couple of the paper filters for the water filter, and a couple of carbon blocks as well. We're going to do them today. I thought that might be an idea because I haven't done them for a little while. Picked up some hydrogen peroxide. There's a number of uses for this. A lot of people use it mainly. This is a neutralizer for when you're using potassium permanganate, PP. And you can neutralize it with this. You have to be honest, what I've always done is I've always written on the bottle what the measurement dose is, rather than you put a PP dose in and your fish started struggling and all of a sudden you're reading and trying to find out and get your calculator out trying to work out what it is. I always write it on the thingy. I think this is, for me on my pond, it's 8 capfuls. You get a little cap with it as well, so it's 8 of them. Neutralizes the pond should it go pear-shaped when I'm using PP, potassium permanganate. That's the things like trichidina and so on. So yeah, got that. Also picked up some food. As I said earlier, I'm starting to do a little bit of, just a handful every now and again, just to see if they're still interested or not. See if they're starting to come up, because again the temperatures are up. You know, it's 8 degrees now, so they're coming up quite nicely. And picked up another bag of this. Fuck! What? Yeah, I thought I'd pick up a bag of this, because you know what happened last year. Hey, mate. Hello? Got any fuck? Good stuff. Oh, that's good. You got the stuff. Still taking these?
I've got millions of them.
Oh man, I got a garage full of these things. Okay, no problem. Cash.
Cash, that'll do.
Yeah. Come on, get in. When I ran out, so I'm going to try not to run out this time. I get my mate Paul running around Birmingham, looking for all. Hey Paul, how you doing? Yeah, so pick some of this up as well. This is my weapon of choice when it comes to clays or water conditioners, whatever you want to call it. I use that on a regular basis. In fact, I'm going to start dosing the pond again with this real soon, as soon as the temperatures start to raise a little bit. Did a little video on whether to use that through the winter. A lot of people were saying, yeah, but you use it over the winter. No, I don't, and I'll put the video up there for you to have a look at. I did a little study of whether to use clays or water conditioners over winter. There's loads of others you can use, and it's not just this. I just promote this because this is what I like and it does the business for my pond. There's loads of other products out there, I suppose, if you know, whatever suits you in your pond. So yeah, there's my shopping trip, just over 100 quid's worth of bits and pieces. Spoke to a pond owner in there that I've known for a little while. He has some giant koi. I think 1 or 2 of them were like a metre in length in Stoke. And to be honest, I never managed to get out to do his pond. I really wish I'd pushed him and said, you know, please let me go and do a video on your pond. And he's packing in. Gutted for him, bless him. He got these fish, spent so much time with these fish to get them like humongous, you know, in the 90s CMs. And I don't think it's because of the fuel and the costs. That also obviously got something to do with it. But he's moving house anyway, so he's moving away, and he doesn't know whether he's going to have another pond. He's going to keep bits and pieces from the old pond just in case, because you never know. But he was going through some of the costs that it costs him at the moment. You know, he heats his pond to a high level heating to, you know, summer temperatures, so, you know, 18-20 degrees. He's feeding kilos of food to his fish, using gallons and gallons of water on, and he says, you know, it all adds up. You know, he's got about 3 or 4 different pumps. He's got half a dozen air pumps, and he says it all adds up and it all costs money. And if he was sticking around on the hobby or the lifestyle, he would be looking at some changes as well. And as I said, you know, you'll probably be seeing a lot of people on these YouTube channels start talking about costs. And only yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was watching Martin from Devon Koi. He's talking about how much it costs. Gary over at Pond and Garden on his Facebook and his YouTube channel. So they're talking about cost savings. So if you're not sure, just pick up on somebody's video. Somebody will tell you how much it costs them, and you can compare it. God, it's been a while since I changed this. The cobwebs on it. I don't usually touch this over winter because I don't do a lot of, I don't continually water change over winter. Actually, it's not that bad. This is a 2-stage dechlorinator that I use. Why do we do 2-stage? Because I do. I don't know. It's just what it is, I suppose. I had this a couple of years now, to be honest. Dead easy to change. A lot of people go for the 3-stage. Why is that, Ant? I don't know, go and ask him. Dear, dear. Right, so I'll tighten that up in a minute. Actually, this isn't too bad, to be honest. You know, that's the colour it is when it goes in, and that's the colour it's coming out. So it's not too bad. But might as well do it in due course. And then I'll probably change these again later on in the season. And I'm using the water a lot more. There we go. Simple as that. One paper. One carbon. Now ideally you need to really run this through just for a minute or two, because you get a lot of the carbon, the loose carbon in the carbon sleeve, insert, whatever you want to call it. So you have to run the carbon out to just for a minute or two, and then it settles itself down. So I better get that done first before I put it back in. Just got to give it a quick siphon out, you know. I tell you, still using this thing. It's probably marvellous. Siphon, what a fantastic machine that is. Also the KPL waste extractor, that's still going really well as well. I've also heard people have actually installing them into their vortexes, which is fantastic. Oh, phone ringing. Hello? Tone, hi, how you mate? Yeah, cool. No, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of filming for the channel and stuff. Is it brilliant for the upside down aquarium, or whatever you want to call it? Whatever you want to call it. No, it's a saying of doing on channel. No, it's well, no, not whatever you want to call. No, I'll explain when I see you, mate. Okay, brill. So no, yeah, it's fantastic. I'm on my way then. We'll get you so close. Ooh, get you so close. Brill. Okay, thanks very much. See you soon. Cheers. Bye. Excellent. That was Tone. The frame's nearly ready for the upside down aquarium, whatever you'll call it. It's on my way. And on that bombshell, thanks very much for watching. If you've liked the video, please click like, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications, and share to all your friends. Thanks very much for watching. This was Koi Pond Lifestyle.